why US signs look different than the rest of the world. Really interested to see how different the US signs can be to ours. But before we do get into this video, appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button and let's check out some signs.
Most places in the world, the road sign for no stopping, as in don't stop your car here, looks something like this.
Yeah.
In Austria, it looks like this.
Okay.
In Belgium, it looks like this.
They all look
Slightly
similar.
different shades of blue, but basically the same.
Right.
India's looks like this, Mauritius's looks like this. In a few countries, there are these cute white borders. Japan.
Oh, wait, I know what America's is. It's literally just the word stop, right?
Japan's looks like this, slightly different angle, but basically the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much every country in the world has universally decided that the sign for no stopping is a blue circle outlined in red with a red X through it.
You don't
in the
go.
United States, the sign for no stopping looks like this. And it's not the only example.
Oh, wait. I thought it just says stop. Wait, that's a big sign. Why so much text?
Most countries' sign for speed limit
Hey, if there was that much text on my side, by the time I read, I'm a slow reader, man. By the time I read it, I would have passed it by now.
limits looks like this. The US's looks like this. And how about the sign for road narrows?
Okay, what I'm noticing here is America likes to include the words in their signs. So, like, for example,
Limits
we just
looks
got
like
the
this.
number. Yeah, we got the number for, and then boom,
The
you got the
US's
text.
looks like this. And how about the sign for road narrows? The rest of the world, America. The
America. You know what? I love it. Should I tell you why? You keep it simple. Because not everybody, like some people might forget that means road narrows. You know what I mean? But you ain't going to forget when it literally says road narrows. I'm going to put my hands up. I ain't going to lie. I totally forgot that this means road narrows. I'd think that this means like chimney or something. I don't know why it would be chimney. I don't know.
America. The list goes on. The question is,
I love it.
Rest of the world, America.
Right.
The list
hey, you just write the text.
goes
Keep that
on.
Wait, what's that? Pocket, keep left, right?
The question is, why? In a technical sense, the car was invented in 1886 in Germany by a guy named Carl Benz. But in a patriotic sense, the car was invented in 1908 in Detroit, Michigan by a guy named Henry Ford. Henry Ford loved two things: being anti-Semitic and producing cars at a scale and at cost that made them an actual viable means of transportation for people, as opposed to previous car models that were essentially just novelties.
Right.
Soon, its manufacturing dominance turned the United States of America into the car capital of the world, which soon also made it into the road capital of the world.
Right,
a
yeah,
fact
we know
that
this.
everyone thought was great and continues to think is great and has generated no controversy or existential urbanist crises whatsoever. Early road signs, much like early roads, were somewhat eclectic and decentralized, often just created by and maintained by private automobile clubs.
Okay.
But in 1927, the American Association of State Highway Officials, or ASHU, published the compactly named Manual and Specifications for the Manufacture, Display, and Erection of U.S. Standard Road Markers and Signs, or
Wait. I've never heard erection in a way like that. Manufacture, display, and erection of. What does that mean? Hey, there's only one erection I know. And that's like, you know,
Manual and Specifications for the Manufacture, Display, and Erection of U.S. Standard Road Markers and Signs, or Massmediamersum, which, as you might suspect,
okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying this. Mass for the
created specifications for the manufacture, display, and erection of U.S. Standard Road Markers and Signs.
Wait, we're getting an erection over US signs? Like, I know they do look good, they do look cool, but I don't know about this, but
Created specifications for the manufacture, display, and erection of U.S. Standard Road Markers and Signs.
Okay.
Then, in 1930, a different group, the National Conference on Street and Highway Safety, or NCSHUS, published the more urban-focused Manual on Street Traffic Signs, Signals, and Markings, or MOSTSAM. Seeing as having two
Hey, who's coming up with these nicknames?
more urban-focused Manual on Street Traffic Signs, Signals, and Markings, or MOSTSAM.
Like motion, like, do you not want to speak? Like, what's going on? Hey, where you going? Hey, did you see the document on mushroom? Nah, but I seen mushroom. Like, bro, what?
Seeing as having two standardization standards wasn't a particularly standardized standard, in 1931, a joint committee was formed, which ultimately gave birth to a beautiful bouncing baby boy that we call the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, a modified version of which we still use today.
Right.
The original 1935 code laid out such hits as the octagonal stop sign, although it was yellow at the time.
You know what? I do like the stop sign. I do like it. I don't know. I think it just looks cool when you see it on like movies and stuff like that. And bro, hey, it's simple. Stop.
one-way streets, railroad crossings, in addition to specifying stuff like fonts, post designs, and of course, every
Do you know
street...
what, though? I ain't gonna lie, right? Look, I am a good driver. Don't listen to what anybody else says. I'm a good driver, right? But listen, there's sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest, yeah? There's sometimes I'm driving, and I see a road sign, and I'm telling you right now, it's a symbol I've never seen before in my life, right? Like, I'm looking at the symbol on the road, and I'm like, what on earth is that? So, like, it's actually helpful that America just says it in text. Like, watch traffic signals. You know what I mean? Keep right past and center only. Like, bro, it tells you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know what this XXRR is. Like, what is this? Is this even a UK sound? What's this?
Streets, railroad crossings, in addition to specifying stuff like fonts, post designs, and of course, everyone's favorite, minimum vehicular volumes warrant for fixed time signals. Now it's 1951, and what's that sound I hear? Oh man, it's the rest of the world, and guess what? They have cars now.
Okay.
What's that other sound I hear? Oh man, it's the newly formed and not yet notoriously ineffective United Nations, and they want to develop a worldwide standard for road signs so that people driving in foreign countries don't see a sign saying railroad crossing, not know what that means, and then get pancaked into oblivion by Thomas and friends. So the UN set up an experiment in a few countries and 5 US locations. Ohio State Route 104 near Columbus, US Route 250 and Virginia State Route 53 near Charlottesville, Minnesota State Highway 101 near Minneapolis, and some various other roads in New York, where they displayed road signs from a number of different countries to see which were most effective.
Okay, right. I'm looking at these road signs right here.
The roads in New York, where they displayed road signs.
I'm looking at these road signs. I'm trying to figure them out. Okay, so that's bend, stop. Factory. I've never seen a factory sign before. Narrow roads. Turn right. Medical. Wait, what? Oh, is that crossroad? Is that Rolls Royce? Not allowed. Narrow road. Okay. Oh, these are the American versions. Oh, okay. These are the American versions.
Signs from a number of different countries to see which were most effective. And not surprisingly, it turned out that Americans, still riding the intoxicating high of World War II propaganda and American exceptionalism, did not take kindly to European-looking triangles telling them how to drive.
Okay.
Just take a look at this gem of an article from the Mansfield News Journal titled "Ohioans Tell Europe to Leave Its Signs," which includes such quotes as, "I just don't see why we have to take any advice from Europe about our highway signs," and "If I saw a Russian sign, I certainly wouldn't pay any attention to it." Nonetheless, the experiment continued, data was collected, and ultimately that data would later grow into the 1968 Vienna Convention on Road Signs and Signals, a C-tier Vienna Convention that created a universal road sign system, which has been joined by 69 countries and today governs the road sign scene in most of the world. It's the reason that all the no-stopping signs look the same. But adding to their long, illustrious history of spearheading international treaties that they then refused to sign, the United States refused to sign it.
You know what?
Why? Well, there are several reasons.
You know what? At this point, America just wants to be unique and different. Because, like, America's still sticking with the imperial system. You know what I'm saying? Even though the UK do use it as well, right? But yeah, you just want to be unique and different, and fair enough, bro.
First off, America's number one, and nobody tells us what to do, least of all our own federal government.
Right.
See, technically, legally, roads are under the purview of the states, not the federal government, and so the federal government signing a treaty telling them how to handle their roads is a bit legally murky. Although apparently not that murky, seeing as the 1966 Highway Safety Act was able to force all states into compliance with the MUTCID using a clever little constitutional workaround called extortion, threatening to pull 10% of their federal highway funding if states didn't comply. Second, at the time of the treaty, the US was starting to work on what would ultimately become the interstate highway system, which they felt would require a lot of...
Like, I do like this sign. It reminds me of like a shield. I feel like if I was gonna go into battle, like many years ago, let's say like sword fighting, you know what I mean? I wipe this out, I got a shield, bro. I got a California US 66 shield.
The US was starting to work on what would ultimately become the interstate highway system, which they felt would require a lot of breathless, fast-paced innovation in the rough and tumble world of road signage, and they didn't want to be bogged down by the strictures of a treaty. And third, given that the US had the most robust grooming history in the world, Americans were pretty attached to their existing signs, and they didn't much want them to change. This was proven in the 1970s when the MUTCID...
Well, to be fair, I get that. Like, if you've already got signs there, it's long changing it. Like, I totally understand why you're sticking with the imperial system, right? is because it's long to change it. Like it is.
Tried implementing the Vienna Convention's focus on image-based instead of America's more text-based signs, which turned out to be a terrible failure, with drivers so confused about what things like this meant that we felt we needed to add back in the text explaining that the thing in front of them was a drawbridge, not a sick ramp for kids. In 1978, the
You know what? To be fair though, like text is more simpler. Like I know what this means, but like there's probably drivers out there that don't. That definitely don't, you know what I mean? Whereas like, if it says drawbridge, you definitely know what's coming up.
Explaining that the thing in front of them was a drawbridge, not a sick ramp for kids. In 1978, the Mutt Kid quietly removed its language about preferring image-based signs. I should also mention that yes, there are a number of other countries that haven't joined the Vienna Convention, including China, Canada, Australia, and Ethiopia. So yes, not all other countries' signs look the same. So all the people with the comments already typed up about how this video is too US-centric and I'm a self-obsessed, egoist American road sign file, you know what? Actually, go for it. It increases common engagement.
There we go. Why US signs look different. I can't lie. I do like the look of US signs. I really do. I think they look cooler. I see them all the time on TV shows and movies. And that's probably why I think they do look cooler. Simpler as well, where you just see the text. Because I'm telling you right now, me included, people don't know what certain pictures are on certain signs. I'm telling you right now, when I'm driving, I will see a sign that I've never seen before in my life. I swear they just implemented it this year or something. I have no clue. Really interesting video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know if you guys do like your signs, if you prefer picture signs or text signs. Let me know that in the comments. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. I got 2 other channels you guys will enjoy. Both links in the description. I got a horror channel with horror games, and I got another reaction channel. I'm also live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.